Hello, and welcome to today's edition of ABDZ, our Happy Holidays edition. We are now on our Christmas break and will not be back until January 3rd, and we hope you are enjoying the vacation. I'm Ethan Logue alongside Zach Giaconia, and here's what's going on.
We begin on a festive note with the news of a festive music flash mob.
On Friday, December 23rd, teachers and staff at the high school formed their own holiday hoedown flash mob. Here's a sample of the show.
A festive flash mob was not the only holiday celebration that took place the week before school vacation. On Thursday the 22nd, students and faculty held their own ugly sweater contest.
There were a lot of strong candidates for the cherished prize of ugliest sweater, but as of the filming of the show, the champion has not yet been named.
We will have more highlights and the name of the ugly sweater champ on our next show.
And now it's time for another Man on the Street segment.
Today, our roving reporters went out and asked some holiday questions. Let's take a look.
What is the best Christmas present you've ever received?
I'm going to say an Xbox.
What is the best Christmas present you've received?
Probably an iPhone 6 because I had an iPhone 4 for a while, and then I accidentally installed the latest update at the time, which kind of destroyed it.
I'd have to say a box of Lucky Charms.
My favorite Christmas present was a ukulele.
It's tickets to Disneyland and plane tickets to Florida.
Probably my Beats.
I'd say wall-to-wall carpeting. That was the greatest Christmas present I've ever gotten.
In contrast, what was the worst Christmas gift you ever received?
My grandma gave me a wool blanket that smelled really bad, and that was a pretty bad gift.
I mean, that could be good in the winter when it's really, really cold. Did it keep you any warm or anything?
Well, it kept the trash can warm, I'll tell you that much.
And what is the worst Christmas present you've received?
Probably toothpaste because it's toothpaste and I kind of already had toothpaste.
Who sent you the toothpaste?
My kind of grandmother, but not blood grandmother. An old person that my family knows.
My worst was that I got nothing because I was grounded.
A nice box of coal. It's not very good.
Socks.
I don't know. Probably some socks or something.
Socks.
Definitely socks.
Petrified fruit.
Socks.
I'm really surprised a lot of people said their least favorite present was socks. I mean, I've always enjoyed getting socks, especially the ones I have on now, you know.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Yeah, they're nice socks. Why do people always complain about it?
Later in the show, we will have more Man on the Street responses.
If you're a senior who is taking senior seminar second semester, the application for the senior internship is now available. You should check your email from a message from Miss Genevieve Hammond for more details.
Volunteers are needed to help at the Community Service Awards night on Wednesday, January 11th.
Please donate baked goods for the reception following the ceremony. You can sign up going to the link on this week's PTSO weekly newsletter or contact Kay Steves at the high school.
In other news, the 2016-17 Job Shadowing Program is gearing up with plans to send even more juniors and seniors into the community to learn more about the world of work.
National Job Shadowing Day, or February 2nd, 2017, will be AB's main job shadowing day this week.
If you'd like to sign up to be a job shadowing host, please contact Lindsay Rosenman at the High School Counseling Center.
The 24-hour class plays will take place the week after vacation. This is a one-night only event, and it will take place on January 7th at 7 p.m. Tickets will be sold at the door.
Window Seat, Acton Boxborough's art and literary magazine, is now accepting submissions for the winter issue. Anyone who's interested is encouraged to submit their work. You may submit multiple pieces.
For instructions and guidelines, go to their website, which is linked on the Daily School email. The deadline for submissions is Friday, January 20th at midnight.
The School Technology Department has announced that it is just about ready to launch an open network that all students will be able to use. They anticipate the wireless network will be set up and running shortly after the first year. More info should be coming when we come back from vacation.
The midterm schedule has recently been released. Exam week will take place from January 24th through January 27th. The school day schedules for those 4 days will include blocks of time for exams in place of regular class periods.
During time students are not in exams, they will be able to study in designated areas. You can check your AB Schools email for the full schedule.
In sports, Coach Bill Maver retired after coaching the varsity football team for 31 years. During that time, his team appeared in an amazing 10 Super Bowls, and they won 5. Recently, I sat down with the Hall of Fame coach and talked to him about his career. Hi, Coach Maver.
Ethan, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Very good.
So we just have a couple of questions about, your legacy here at AB and everything surrounding, what you've done around here. So my first question is, why did you decide to retire?
Well, I just think it was time. This was my 42nd year coaching football.
Wow.
31st as head coach at Acton Boxborough. So, everybody that I knew, friends of mine that had retired earlier, said, you'll know when it's time. I guess I got a lot of signs.
Yeah. And was it something you've been thinking about for a while?
Well, I'm retiring from teaching in June. So I kind of knew that I first thought I would coach a few more years, and then as things happened and I get assigned here and there, I decided that this would be my last as a head coach.
And when you first began here at AB as head coach, you were replacing legendary coach Ed Leary. How hard was that to replace him, and what did you learn from him?
Well, Ed was a good friend of mine. I worked at the high school for 6 years when I first came to Acton, and we were both in phys ed, so every day we would talk. Inevitably, it would come to football a lot of times, even in the off season. But it was easy and hard because Ed was really good to me. He wanted, he knew he was stepping down. He wanted me to replace him. And he was really good to me. And Ed probably knows more about football, or knew more about football than anybody I ever met. And, I met a lot of college coaches. It was easy because the program was in place. And it was hard replacing him because he had been here for a long time.
And now that you are stepping down, what would be a piece of advice you could give to the next AB coach?
I would say just be yourself. Don't try to be Bill Belichick or Bill Maver or Nick Saban or anybody else. Just be yourself. I think that'll do you well. And what was your favorite part about coaching? Oh, I think any coach will tell you the best part about coaching is when former players come back to see you. Thanksgiving Day was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I still get a little choked up. But the relationships you have with the kids, you're on a scout team, we had fun. Yeah. And the game is supposed to be fun, so I think that's the best part of it, the relationships you have while you're coaching the players and then afterwards also.
All right, and what are some of the most memorable games that you've coached?
The Chubbs for the games and the Super Bowls. I think our first Super Bowl win in '94. I can remember the first game I coached. It was the first game under the lights at AB. We played St. John's Prep, and we ended up beating them in overtime. But there's been a lot of them. When my kids played, there was some of those games. I remember we beat North Middlesex, who had won like 35 games in a row or something. We beat them. We beat Westford on Thanksgiving. They were undefeated. Going to the Super Bowl, we beat them. A lot of it. There's been so many of them. I couldn't say one particular game.
And is there a single greatest accomplishment you're most proud of?
No, I don't think there's anything singular. I don't think it's just. I liked coaching. I liked to have fun. I had a lot of fun doing it. It's not all great. You deal with a lot of issues here and there, but overall, it was a lot of fun.
And in thinking back on some of the great players you coached, who are some of the ones that most stick out in your mind and why?
Well, there's just so many of them. It's not only the great players that you think of. You could think of the A-Bears, the Jeansons, all the great running backs, all the great linebackers we had, and certain linemen. But I remember a lot of kids that they gave you everything that they had. And they weren't the most talented guys in the world, but they were out there battling, and they worked hard to earn themselves a position, undersized. There's a million of those kids, and I don't know if I could name all the ones that were my favorites, but there was a lot of kids that just bought into what we were coaching and teaching them. And I think there's just too many to name. I couldn't name them all.
All right, and you coached both of your sons, and then later both also joined your coaching staff. How special was that for you?
Oh, that was awesome. Coaching them, it was great for me. I don't know how great it was for them, but it was great for me. And they were both good players. They both made me look good, like a lot of other guys did. And then coaching with them that was just something special. That was awesome. And having them part of the staff these last 8-10 years, whatever it's been, it's gone by so fast. But it's really something special.
And do you think the sport of football and coaching has changed since you started coaching? If so, how?
Yeah, it has changed, and the game's changed with all the spread offenses. It's a lot more wide open. I think I don't know if it's good or bad. It's just that it's still blocking and tackling. You still got to make plays. It's still about teaching fundamentals. It's still wanting to do it. It's having the heart and desire to do it. So it's changed if you were someone just looking at it from the outside. But as a coach, I don't think it's changed a lot as far as how you have to approach things and do things like that.
And lastly, what are your plans for the future? Do you plan on coaching again?
Oh yeah, I'm going to coach again. I don't know where or when, but I hope to coach again. I won't be a head coach again. I'd like to even go somewhere. I wouldn't mind being a freshman coach and just coaching and hopefully having a lot of fun like I had at AB.
All right, Coach, thank you for your time. It was greatly appreciated.
Thank you, guys.
Just what a legendary career for Coach Maver. I mean, there aren't enough words to describe how great of a coach he was.
Yeah, I only had him for 1 year, but he had such a great influence on me.
The thing that I always thought was great, that he had more of an effect on me as a person than as a player.
Yeah, definitely. Interviews for the next coach will be held after the new year.
All right, it's time for some more man-on-the-street interviews. What was your worst holiday present ever, Zach? Well, think about that while we check out some more interviews.
What was your favorite movie for Christmas of all time?
Christmas Vacation.
The Grinch.
I like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Even though I'm not Christian, I can still celebrate the Christmas spirit with those who are Christian.
My favorite Christmas movies are the Home Alone series, except the fourth one, and Elf.
What's wrong with the fourth one?
Just trash, garbage.
Probably a Charlie Brown Christmas because it's just so iconic and I watch it every year.
And do you have a favorite movie for Christmas or?
Probably Home Alone.
And I know this is a little early, but do you have any New Year's resolutions at this point?
Get awesome grades.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
To give better interviews to you.
To help more in the community.
I don't have one yet.
Still working on it?
Yep, still working.
I guess I resolved to eat more salt because my doctors say I have very active glands.
And we're back. Obviously, you can see we're kind of crowded here in the studio.
I'd say so.
Yeah, so Zach, you've had some time to think. So what's your worst Christmas present?
1 year in my stocking I got underwear. That was
Oh,
probably
that's
the
lame.
worst. Yeah.
And John?
I found a banana in my stocking 1 year.
That's very odd. Kyle?
I'd have to agree with Zach. 1 year, except I got underwear in an actual gift, like it was a wrapped box, and I was really excited to open it, and it ended up being underwear.
So that sucks. TJ?
I got a Patriots sweatshirt. Boo Pats, go Packers.
Mark?
I got a pair of shoes that was 4 sizes too small for me.
And Jake?
I got Swedish candy that tasted like burnt cheesecake.
And that's all the time we have on this A, B to Z, but before we leave, we have a little holiday spirit cheer for you right now. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
Boom.
What? It was like your mouth on that thing. I looked into it when you were doing it. Your mouth didn't move. It was just like voice sound was coming out. But...
And one.
Jingle bell, rock a jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Slower and colder and pinches of fun. And the jingle horse has begun. And jingle bell, rock a jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Slower and colder and pinches of fun. And the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, rock a.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas
And a Happy New Year.